Sick Paw presents a warning. Warning. This is the sickest thing to date. It contains homo references galore. Sorry for the man-ass.
Today's story, Bi-curiousgeorge, is written by Harold Scrotum. This is George. George is a good little monkey, but he's very curious. This is George's girlfriend, Rafika. She's good too, but George is just not satisfied. One day George was at the park, looking for adventure. George began to notice other animals. The boy animals caught his eye too, and this made him very curious and tingly down there. George saw a little bear with a very shiny bottom, and a squirrel with a fluffy, fluffy tail, and a duck, ass bottom in the water. How George yearned for a large duck. However, George wasn't yearning for the female species. Oh no, he wanted the male species, more specifically a man, a real man. George tired of looking at magazines. He even placed an ad in a local paper.
Bi-curious, SMM, seeks big, gentle, bisexual male, hairy applause, send picture of rear.
Within a few days, George got many responses to his ad. One even sent a picture of a nipple ring. This made George very excited, so the two of them planned to meet. However, George was not so excited the next day. His little monkey bum was red and raw. Poor little George. He was so sad. He had almost given up on his bi-curious dream until there was a call one night.
Hello?
Hello there. I'm calling about the ad in the paper. You know, bi-curious ad.
Yes, that's me.
Well, I'm 6 foot tall and oh man. Do you like bondage?
Well, I don't know. Oh, wow. Would you like to meet?
Well, sure. I'd love to meet. How about at the park at noon today? I'll be the one in the yellow hat.
And with that, plans were set. George might finally realize his dream. Time seemed to go by so slow for George. He wondered if this is what he really wanted. Thoughts of man-on-man action filled his little monkey mind. Oh, George thought, I really do want this. George arrived at the park at exactly noon and looked anxiously for the man in the yellow hat. At last, he spotted the gramondous yellow hat shining like a beacon for him guiding his seamen to port. George rushed over to meet his bisexual knight in a yellow hat.
Hi, man in the yellow hat. I'm George, Bi-curiousgeorge.
Why, hello, George. You look better than I could have imagined.
Should we go back to my place?
Actually, I know a great little motel, kinda out of the way.
As the two drove up to the motel, George fondly recalled the photograph of the man in the yellow hat's buttocks. Would this experience be better than the first? Would George finally find his utopia? "Here we are," stated the man in the yellow hat. "Here we are," repeated George. The man in the yellow hat wasted no speck in time. George was soon finding out what being bisexual was all about.
Let me have a look at you there, boy. Yeah, that'll do real nice.
The two of them went at it all night. They explored every option. George knew he had made the right choice. George worried, though. Would Rafika understand my lust for manly love? Would the man in the yellow hat respect me in the morning? As the timer on the room began to expire, George and the man in the yellow hat held each other. George was a good little monkey, and now his curiosity is finished. The end. And that's the true story of Bi-Curious George and the man in